Hello and welcome to the Handcrafted Business Show. Oh, we're in for a rant today. Social media. Are you fed up with it? Do you hate it? Is it driving you absolutely potty like it is for me? Oh, let me just sort out my sound. You think I'd know to do that by now? Brilliant. Let me know in the comments below. How are you feeling about social media right now, especially when it comes to, well, both when it comes to using it for your business and when it comes to using it personally. How are you feeling about it? Do you enjoy it? Does it fill you with the joy of spring to think that, yes, I've got to post on social media today? Or does it go, oh, if it wasn't for business, would you even bother using it? Let me know in the comments below, because I want to come and I'm going to be completely honest and tell you about exactly what I am hating about social media right now. And then we're going to talk about, does that mean we can stop using it for business? Does it mean we can just give it up and try and use other things? Because I mean, I've been in business. I've had my own business since before social media existed, before it was a thing. So marketing can work really, really well without it. Do we even really need it? Let me know what you think. Okay, so let me know what you think about social media right now. Have you got Facebook fatigue? I have. I'm absolutely hating Facebook right now. Instagram, not much better. Twitter, I like it for seeing what's going on in real time in the world, but that's about it. Pinterest, not sure the last time I checked in. YouTube, probably the one I use the most. Probably a good job, as that's where I am right now. But let me know about you as well. How do you feel? So the things I'm hating about Facebook are, I told you it's going to be a rant, is notifications. You've chosen that you're in a group or there's somebody you'll follow and there's something you want to see, and I get a notification, you get all excited like, yes, they've put something fresh in. No, Facebook shows me something that's anywhere between 3-5 days old. In fact, somebody the other day told me that they saw something that was nearly a month old from a notification. I mean, how ludicrous is that? And this has been going on for months. Posts are old. They used to be timely. They used to be that someone would put something up and you'd see something. Now they can be up, they're quite often a week old. Drives me crazy. And that's before we think about the glitches and the jumping feed. You look at your phone, you see something, you're interested to have a look, and it updates and it's gone. You can't remember who did it. Please tell me it's not just me that happens too. And how many suggested posts did Facebook put in front of us? Oh my word. I want to see the things from the people I've chosen I want to be friends with, or the pages, or the follow, or the groups that I'm in. Stop showing me new stuff. Sometimes it's overwhelming. There's so many adverts. It sometimes can feel like every other post is an advert. And even though I'm in marketing, even though I have my own small business, even though I'm helping other small businesses, this still all drives me absolutely potty, to the point where I just want to switch it off and not use it. Please tell me it's not just me. But the thing is, and the thing that really worries me, that if I'm feeling this way, if you're feeling this way, then how is the audience that we want to be building, that we want to be creating, how on earth are they feeling? And not only that, if that audience is stopping showing up on Facebook, if they're stopping looking, then what's the point of us being on there? But what can we do to help encourage them back? We feel like we're quite stuck because we are stuck by the algorithms. So let me know. I'm really, really curious. Part of this is a fact-finding mission to go, am I on my own? That really this Facebook fatigue, I'm hearing other people talk about it, but are you feeling it as well? Or is it just me? I actually did put a post up. Bring it up on my iPad. I did put it's in my private group, so I'm not going to share it on the screen because it's not fair on names. But I put a post up saying, "Do you love it or hate it?" Saying that I was coming on here. I only put this up yesterday, and the responses are all negative. I love it and hate it. Rarely on Facebook these days. Hate it at the minute. Somebody else has put it's just a bullying platform these days, and another hate it response. There's a couple of responses that have the mix in it, but they all have a negative slant, which worries me. It really, really, really worries me. And the reason it worries me is because we have all become so reliant on social media. I mean, is it your main marketing platform? Is it the main place that you do your marketing? Is it the place that you rely on? Have you got all your eggs in one basket on social media? If so, then you should be worried as well. Comment and let me know, which is your chosen platform. Do you have other platforms that you use, or are you solely relying on socials? Because we cannot, and we definitely cannot moving forward. I'm sticking my stake in the ground and saying that 2023, if you're relying on socials right now, has to be the year where you expand your marketing range. Socials can be a part of it, but not the whole of it. It really can't. Because if everybody else is feeling the way I am on social media, then use is going to drop. Because one of the other issues on social media is that Facebook is trying to be TikTok, and TikTok is trying to be Instagram, and Instagram is trying to be TikTok and Facebook all merged into one. And even YouTube is jumping on the shorts bandwagon. Everybody seems to be thinking that short videos are the only way to go. Well, I don't know about you, but if I jump onto my social media at the moment, particularly say Instagram or even YouTube actually, and looking at the shorts, the videos that are out there are awful, half of them. It's like, watch till the end, and you get to the end and you go, and nothing happened. What was the point? That was a complete and utter waste of my time. So if these platforms are promoting these videos that are then putting me off looking at those videos, I'm going to stop using those as well. And it's not just me. I know it's not just me. Again, pop your comment below and tell me how you feel about these. So yeah, and if I wanted to see just those kind of videos, I'd go to TikTok, because that's what you expect on TikTok. Anyway, to be fair, actually, one of the things that's really good about marketing that I'm always banging on about is that you need to stand out from the crowd. In fact, it's not really good. It's really bad. I said the wrong word, but it's really bad right now on social media. Is they're all trying to merge into one. They're all trying to do the same thing. It's almost like they're scared of losing audience space. Facebook tends to have an older audience base, but that's not growing. If anything, it's dropping off. So they are desperately trying to bring in, when I say Facebook, I really mean Meta, don't I? But they're trying to grab this young audience who seem to be enjoying TikTok an awful lot more. And that's why we've got this merging going on. But it means they're becoming really indistinctive. They're becoming really meh with the content. You're not getting anything different out of each platform, which goes against everything we know about good business and products, that you want to stand out from the crowd. So it feels like they actually need to go back to basics, doesn't it? It feels like they need to kind of get their head around the fact of, yes, it's good to be different and we should be proud of who we are, but because they're constantly striving for growth. Though Facebook, for the first time ever in the last quarter of last year, and I believe the first quarter of this year, actually saw a drop in their numbers, which is quite scary and says a lot. Anyway, let me know again. Do you share the rant with me? Are you completely fed up with social media? Let me know. Actually, one of the things I wanted to do, and I wanted to show you, I didn't set this up, not properly, and I should have done. Let me share my screen, because I think this is quite telling. Okay, so how's that going to look? Let's do it that way, because you don't need to see that big. Okay, so this is my phone, and I looked in the apps section, just have a nosy to see what's going on, to kind of get a feel for, is it me that's got an issue here? But if I look here on the iPhone Essentials section, okay, now this is showing me apps I've already got. I have YouTube, I've got Discord, I've got Reddit. There's things I've already got in here and it's showing me. So it's not just showing me apps that I haven't got. It's not being that clever. It's simply showing me the apps that it is saying is the latest current iPhone Essentials. Shout if you see Facebook. I mean, what was that? Barbie Dreamhouse Adventures is higher. Oh my word. Facebook's not there. I'm not even sure I saw Instagram. Did I? Did I see Instagram? Nope. That to me says an awful lot. Yeah, crazy. I remember when Facebook was up there, then it was like the top one to go. And if we scroll down, we can see social networking 101. So let's again scroll through this. Oh, look, Instagram at least is showing in there. So Instagram is still an app that Apple thinks is onto something. We've got Reddit, we've got Snapchat, we've got TikTok, Clubhouse, Twitter, Messenger, Pinterest. Oh my word, Facebook is right down there at the bottom. Well, apparently I've got an update to do, but we'll ignore that for the second. But how crazy is that? And it shows you not just the popularity, but it shows you how other companies, other big companies are perceiving what's going on out there. That social media, there's more platforms out there. People are spending their times on their phones playing games or reading or watching TV or streaming or anything other than social media right now. Social media is not up there right at the top anymore. So what does that mean for us? What does it mean for us? I mean, if they're driving their customers away because they're driving them balmy, definitely driving me balmy. If the bigger platforms are kind of realizing and recognizing that the other apps are getting more use and that we want to push these and we want to talk about these, what does that mean for us as small business owners? Does it mean that all this time and effort and energy that we're putting into social media is wasted? Do we just stop? Do we just give up on it? Do we just go, no, not doing it anymore? Walking away and looking at some of the other marketing tools that are out there for us and starting to put those into use and actually getting back to some more traditional, old-fashioned marketing. What do we do? Well, I kind of think that there's a bit of both going on here. I think we've either got to embrace social media. We've got to go all in. We've got to make sure that we're connecting with our audience, because the thing that's not happening on social media right now is we've turned, lots of small businesses that I see have turned into pretty much every post on social media is like an advert, and people don't like being sold to. We know this. People like being entertained. They like having fun. They like having something to care about. So do we need, in fact, not do we need, we need to be using social media platforms, if we're going to use them, to create an audience that has something to care about. That means we're giving them something to care about us. We're not just selling at them. We're not just talking at them. We're having opinions. We're showing personality. We're resonating. We're meaning something to them. Or we're downright just entertaining them in the way that reels really do. So you've either got to go all in, you've got to go into influencer mode, you've got to go into entertainer mode to really maximize the most of these channels, because they are pushing so much of the same stuff. I think as much as I've resisted it for a very long time, I think the TikTok culture is here to stay, at least for the short to medium term, on all these social media platforms. People's attention spans are getting shorter. We need to find ways to entertain and have fun and build an audience who cares about the same things that we care about, that are relevant to our business. That's how I'm seeing it right now. We have to cater to that short attention span. We have to think that this is the stuff that all the social media platforms are pushing and putting out there. If you stick to what you've always done in the past, the chances are you're going to disappear from the news feeds, unless you've already built up an audience who cares, in which case, if you're getting that engagement, if you're getting response, then keep on going, because if it's working for you, great. If it's not working for you, give it a shake up, but go all in and think influencer, and think about playing the game of the social media platforms, which is, what are they pushing right now? YouTube are pushing shorts, Instagram are pushing reels, Facebook are pushing reels. I see that many in my feed at the moment. It's untrue. So you have to play that game if you want it to work for you. But primarily, you need to be thinking about building an audience who cares, an audience who cares about you. That means you've got to stick some of the personal stuff in there. You're probably going to be crossing the line a little bit more than you want to between business and personal, but you need to have that audience who cares. Because if they don't care, they're just scrolling on by. And the social media platforms aren't helping because there's so much stuff that we're being bombarded with. We're being bombarded with it late. It's glitchy. It's messy. It's awkward. So you've got to give your audience something they're going to care about. Or you decide, I'm going to look at all the other forms of marketing that are out there. I'm going to find better ways that are going to work and that aren't going to be as hard, because blinking at social media can be a hard slog, that aren't going to be such hard work. And instead, I'm just going to use the socials to prove that, hey, yes, I am still here. We are still running a business, and make sure that you're there, because some people will go and look for you. If you've got your social medias on your website, that's crazy like that. If you've got the social media platforms on your website and people are clicking through and you haven't posted for 12 months, they're going to assume that the worst has happened and you're no longer there, particularly in the current climate. So if you're using links anywhere and sending people there, then at least post occasionally. But stop worrying about it. Stop worrying about, am I going to be seen? Are people going to engage me? Are people going to do this? Because if you're not going all in, then there is no point caring. The point is you're putting it there for if somebody finds you and somebody sees you. But the chances are they've come there because they've already heard about you, not because social media have shown. Anyway, let me know. I want to know, am I the only person who really is feeling this way about social media right now? It's a funny old world. It's such a funny old world. I mean, my last video, so my last Handcrafted Business Show was about the Royal Mail strike. It's a strike in big letters because these YouTube thumbnails have to stand out. I'm playing the thumbnail game. As I'm saying you do with Reels or anything else, you play the game. And I've had a comment underneath telling me that I'm scaremongering. I think the last thing I ever want to do with anybody in business is scaremonger. But I do want to be realistic. I do want to talk about what is working right now, what isn't working right now, and look at the solutions, not just the problems, which is why today's video, as much as I'm here having a rant and I'm fed up and I'm frustrated and I really just sometimes want to scream and throw my phone out the window when you're scrolling through these platforms, actually, it's about finding the solution. It's about going, okay, what next? Because if you are just relying on social media and it's not working for you as well as it could, if it's draining your time, if it's draining your energy, if it's become a hard slog that's making you hate your business when actually you love what you do in your business, then look at alternatives. Over the next few shows, I think we're going to look and dig into some of these alternatives. I think that's probably a good way to go. So we're addressing all of these issues that are going on because, as I say, I want to look for solutions. Now, does it mean email marketing is dead? Nope. Email is where it's at, because the other thing with social media is you do not own your audience. And then, oh my word, the amount of people I hear who their Facebook has been closed down, their Instagram has closed down, or they've been hacked and they've lost it all. And it's like, have you got an email list? No. Oh my God. If you can get your audience who cares, you can get them to care enough to come over and join your email list. You're giving them an incentive. You then have an asset that belongs to you. Your business is in a far stronger place and you're far better off than without it. At this point, I should tell you, come over and join my email list if you're not already on it. I'll pop a link below to make sure you can, because we cannot rely on social media platforms. You're playing in somebody else's playground and they can come along and lock the gates, change the opening times, or change the algorithms at any time, which is really frustrating. It's really hard and it's devastating if you spent a really, really long time and an awful lot of work and effort building something up, and we don't want that. So if you've got social media, you always want an email list. Always want an email list. That is a no-brainer, and the email list should be used in other places as well. Anyway, I think I've ranted enough. I think I've moaned enough about social media. It isn't all negative. There is opportunity out there if you choose to grab it, but you have to start thinking like an influencer. You have to start thinking about, what can I put out there that my audience is going to resonate with, that I can have opinions on things. You've got to be a little bit Marmite. You've got to divide your audience so they're with you or they're against you. Apparently in that last video, strike email where I was told I was scamming. I've started to divide. So that's got to be a good thing. You've got to embrace that. You've got to know that you're not going to be liked by everybody, and that's okay. But you want the people who do like you to absolutely love you, to the point where they are clamoring at the bit. They're engaging with you, they're commenting, they're responding, because of that way they're going to see more of you from the social media platforms. You have to play the game. Or you choose not to play the game, because if you've had enough and you feel like this is just too much hard work, and I don't blame you, because I say Facebook, so often I could just throw my phone out the window, then look for other ways. Social media is not the only way to market your business. There are a zillion other ways, so much else that's going on out there. Look for other things. Just because you choose not to do social media doesn't mean you don't have a business. Social media is just one marketing tool. The trouble is, when it came out, when it was all new and it was shiny and it was easy and everything you put out was seen by everybody, it became this be all and end all. And it also meant that it was really easy to start a business and come in and get involved and do stuff. I mean, maybe that's why you started your business. Maybe it seemed like, yes, I can make this work because social media is so easy. Some of the other marketing tools do take more effort. But if you already do events and you already do fairs, then you know that. And that's a great marketing tool. Again, collect email addresses while you're at the events, though, to make sure you get some follow-up from it as well. It's about knowing the tips and the tricks that you can apply to these different tools to make them work as efficiently as possible. But right now, social media, I think it's take it or leave it. I think you have a choice. I think you can decide, yes, I'm using it and I'm going to embrace it. Or do you know what? I'm not. I'll have a very small presence. I'm not going to be bothered too much what I put on. I'm just kind of keeping it ticking over, so it doesn't look like I've disappeared and gone anywhere. But otherwise, I'm putting all my attention into other things, because believe me, it is really not the only way to build a business. Right. Let me know if you've watched this on replay, or if you're still here and watching me now. Let me know in the comments. I really would love to know, has anything I've said resonated? Are you feeling the same way about social media? One of the reasons I want you to comment is it helps other people that see that they're not the only ones feeling this way. And that actually, if we know that more of us, the people who are using this for business, are feeling this way, and then you realize that your audience is feeling this way, it means we have to make a change. We have to stay on top of our marketing. We have to stay proactive, but we need to be using the right tools that are working for us, not just doing the same thing because we've been doing it for so long. I'm off. I'll speak to you soon.